BustaWrench is now live streaming iRacing, WCR S16W4 LMP3 GT4 Montreal iRacing League.
Engine roars, dust to dawn racing, skies ablaze, adrenaline chasing, pixel dust on asphalt blazing, extorted men shadows embracing, West Coast teams no fear of falling, wheels spin as twilight's calling, glory chase while night is sprawling, digital dreams, high stakes brawling. We are the thunder, online leads, racing gods, no rules, no fatigue. West Coast racers breaking peaks, extraordinary and iron steeds. We are the thunder, online leads, racing gods, no rules, no fatigue. West Coast racers breaking peaks, extraordinary and iron steeds. Midnight wind, rustling tire tracks, fuel on flames, tearing the cracks. Virtual flames on concrete cracks. Reckless drive, no turning back. Shout out loud, engines roaring fire. Feel the rush, velocity higher. Circuits twisting, hearts conspire. Living fast, fuel our desire. Our spirits wild as engines scream. Concrete jungle, living a dream. Burning rubber, neath moon's gleam. Racing like gods, adrenaline stream. We are the thunder, online leagues.
First time here, smash that follow button to join our wild adventures. Your support helps us grow and brings new notifications when we go live.
Iron steeds. We are the thunder, online leagues. Racing gods, no rules, no fatigue. West Coast racers breaking peaks. Extraordinary men, iron steeds. Midnight wind, rustling tire tracks. Fuel flames, tearing the cracks. Virtual flames on concrete cracks. Reckless drive, no turning back. Shout out loud, engines roaring fire. Feel the rush, velocity higher. Circuits twisted, hearts conspire. Living fast, feel our desire. racing koala, moves so fast, ain't no manana. On the track, he rules the night. Speed and flare, shine and light. Flow of silver, eyes so bright, racing through the neon light. Crowds all cheer, feel the heat. BustaWrench can't be beat. BustaWrench, oh BustaWrench, dance all night, no need for rest. Speed and rhythm set the trend. Racing koala, our best friend. Funky beats, wheels on fire. Koala's heart filled with desire. Disco lights, shining bright. BustaWrench, the king of night. Feel that groove, feel that soul. BustaWrench will take control. Racing through the disco haze, forever in the spotlight's blaze. BustaWrench, oh BustaWrench, dance all night, no need for rest. Speed and rhythm set the trend. Racing koala, our best friend. BustaWrench, oh BustaWrench, dance all night, no need for rest. Speed and rhythm set the trend. Racing koala, our best friend.
I tried to race in between the two and the one marked along that left wall. Okay, yeah, I think you break that like a 200 there. And I was also going to go around the table too.
BustaWrench, he's on the street. Tired of screeching, can't be beat. Now they humming in his chest, living life like there's no rest. Get him down, he takes the lead.
Yeah, you can actually coming up on me. How do you hear or see him?
Crowd is wild, the lights are bright. BustaWrench gonna own the night.
Apologies there.
Racing hard and feel his grin. BustaWrench, he's here to win. Thunder roaring through the turns. Feel the heat and watch it burn. Just as fine engines roar, pushing harder, wanting more. How he's calling, here we go, no slowing, now we're in the flow. Rivals try but can't compete. Busta's got that need for speed. Every corner, every bend, he's the legend with no end. Takes him down, takes the lead. BustaWrench, he's here to win. Thunder roaring through the turns. Feel the heat and watch it burn. Just as fine engines roar, pushing harder, wanting more. How he's calling, here we go, no slowing, now we're in the flow. Rivals try but can't compete. Busta's got that need for speed. Every corner, every bend, he's the legend with no end. Yeah, racing hard and feel his grin. BustaWrench, he's here to win. Thunder roaring through the turns. Feel the heat and watch it burn.
Right side. Clear, clear.
Mustang roars loud in the night. AMG slicing through the light. Vantage sleek feels so right.
Still there.
Porsche screaming red and white.
Okay,
Beat
right.
down fuel rolling on steel. Daytona track heady feel. Sebring sun makes you real. Laguna Seca spin the wheel. Wrapped up madness, feel the burn. Rubber screaming, tires turn. Adrenaline fever learn. Tracks on fire, cars churn. Watkins, Glen, thunder chasing. Fire races bracing. Roam the Angels racing, heart pounding, soul erasing. Walkers glam, thunder chasing, fire racers placing, road racers racing. Walkers glam, engines racing. Flash turn, flash turn, flash turn, flash turn. GT4.
Oh, I thought it took it.
Funny.
Tyler, just so you know, I'm gonna be pretty narrow after the start finish line. Not start finish line, after the chicane.
Very narrow. Narrow was, oh, get out. So tired of killing. Isn't that Nina?
Hey, man,
Huh?
just
Nina?
stay on your line when you come out of the corner like that. If you try to pull over, that's where we're going to be trying to go, and someone's going to hit you there too.
Maddie's. got rid of the wife and married these.
So like after the turn 1 complex, to stay left and the LMP3s will go down the inside. 'Cause that's what we do.
Little bit of a little late on getting the start zones up tonight, but I am parked at the beginning of the start zone.
Ooh. Good man. Up, Yoni.
I'm sorry, Glenn. Carry me, man.
My fault. Sorry, David. I was trying to go around you, and I guess your ass end is sticking out more than I thought. My bad, brother.
It's an illusion. He was a bad man.
side. Clear by half. One on the right side. You're clear. On your right. Clear.
Alright, welcome everybody to WCR's Tuesday night sports car extravaganza, put on by the good boys over at RDOC, shout out. First things first, we're going to go over qualifying. Qualifying here is going to be 10 minutes or 3 flying laps, whichever comes first. Make sure you fuel for 3 flying laps, and that's really all we can ask you to do. We do ask that you try. The only thing that we really want you to do is put all 3 laps in. If you show up and if you get a 1x on all 3 of your laps, that's fine, but don't get a 1x on your first lap and then park it and start at the back. We explicitly don't want people doing laps for jobs. After qualifying, we're going to jump right into the race. We're using start zones tonight, and we've been using start zones for this whole season, and we're going to just keep bringing this up. So the way this is going to work is the LMP3s and the GT4s are going to roll off the grid at the same time. We want the GT4s to create about an 8 to 10 second gap between the last LMP3 and the first GT4. As the LMP3s head to the start zone tonight has an image on Discord that you can go check out. But the start zone tonight starts at the station right after the last chicane going onto the front straight. There's a big tower that goes over the track. That's the beginning of the start zone. The end of the start zone is the start-finish line. So the way this works for the LMP3s, the LMP3s follow the safety car. Once the safety car pulls off, the lead LMP3 keeps pace car speed. And then once in the start zone, the lead LMP3 gets to choose where to start the race up to the green flag. That's the tweak that we've made recently to help some of the confusion with trying to wait through the green flag. The LMP3 leader either gets to start the race whenever they want, or they get to start the race starts on the green flag. That's really the rule. If the LMP3 leader starts before the green flag, their initial acceleration is the start of the race for everybody. So if you can see them and they accelerate, jump on the gas and get the race going like you usually do. If they wait in the start zone for the green flag to fly, once the green flag flies, the race starts for the P3s. Everybody gets after it and goes on to the goes on to turn 1 and starts the race. For the GT4s, you don't go on green. Sorry. Once the first GT4 gets into the the start zone, they get to start whenever they want. Don't worry about what the green flag does. You guys just wait for the field to get into the start zone, and then once the leader accelerates, the race is live. The whole field gets to accelerate. Judge based on the furthest car ahead that you can see. And just go ahead and get the race started. That's really all it is. It's relatively straightforward in helping out. So just make sure that you understand where the start zone starts. Do your best to look forward and get the best start that you can. Once the race starts, I guess also and I just want to make this
Follow
clear.
now for
Once
your
in the
daily
start
dose
zone,
of
any hard
entertainment.
acceleration by the
One
leader
click
counts.
unlimited fun in
We're
your
not going
future
to, you know,
feed.
if you sit down and, you know, start, stop, that's just going to be a jump start. We're not going to put up with it. So once you get in there and you step on the gas, that's it. Everybody can go. If somebody in front of you, you know, is late on the draw or whatever, that's, you know, you can go around and pass them. The race is green at that point. You don't have to wait to make passes for a start finish line or anything like that. Once the race starts, the entire first lap is going to be an orange zone. Basically how that works is all incidents on the first lap are going to be judged more harshly than they will be if they happen on any other lap. With discretion from the stewards, you know, there are some racing incidents that are just racing incidents, but generally speaking, we take a dim view of, you know, late and optimistic lunges and things on the first lap. Basically, think of it as the opposite of F1. You know, they kind of just wave their hand at anything that happens on the first lap because it's, oh, the cars are close, whatever. We're not doing that. If you want to make a move on the first lap, you're entitled to go ahead, try to make a move, but it's got to be clean. You can't use it. You know, you can't drive the other guy off track. You can't use the microphone for anything crazy like that. The rest of the race, just go ahead, get racing. You are going to be fuel limited tonight. You're going to have to make a pit stop for fuel. You don't have to take tires. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You also have one free fast repair. The next thing we're going to go over is multi-class interactions, and that is going to be a little bit longer than usual here tonight. First, you need to understand what racing room is. In WCR, if any two cars, regardless of class, have, if the overtaking car has partner overlap with the overtaken car's rear wheels, you have established racing room, and both cars have to leave the car's width, plus a little bit of space for net code, until overlap has been lost. So if you're going side by side, in the corner with a slower class car, you guys have got to leave room for them the entire time until the pass has been completed. So that's part one. Once overlap has been established, and if you guys are going side by side, through the corner, the inside car, if it's a GT4, the inside car just gets, has the right to turn into the apex. They don't have rights to, track out and drive the other car into the wall, the car on the outside into the wall or off the track. Similarly, if, the car's on the outside, they don't get to turn into the apex and spear the inside car off, but they do have rights to track exit, to track out all the way. It's really just a game of give and take. Especially here, we know the GT4s are a little floaty, but we have to. You also do have to make some understanding and concession on. You have to get to your line and stay on your line and be predictable. And there's ways to go about this and fight. It's just viable of a strategy to lift a little bit early and just follow the car through and then pass them on exit, as it is to make it move up the inside and have the car on the outside lift off for you if you want to. Please speak with car positioning. If you're trying to signal that you're going to make a move, put the car on the inside to show that you're going to make a move, or the outside, whichever way you want to do it. Similarly, if you want to take the inside line for a corner and you can get there, go ahead. And if not, just follow your normal racing line. This is something we've seen tonight already. We saw it last week in both of the multi-class races. Please, for star class cars and cars in the same class, please stay on your line. Don't try to help and pull off and slow down. Lift so early that you're going 4 miles an hour through the apex. Don't do your best to get through and then immediately yank off the line to try to help the other car pass you. That doesn't work. It's unpredictable and it causes accidents. That's just point blank period. That's not going to be a sufficient way to do things. The best way to handle this is to be predictable. If you take if your normal line as a GT4 is to hit both apexes and then track all the way out and go, do that. The LMP3s will figure out a way to work around you and make that pass safely. That's their responsibility. We need you to be consistent and predictable. That's the way that all this works and works well. There's not much else to say. Don't try to park in the middle of the apex. Don't if you see cars coming up on you and you want to let them pass, don't lift off and break 200 meters early and cause confusion. Do everything you can to stay predictable and do what you can, and everybody else will figure it out. Well, the good news, like I said, if you have an incident, you do have a fast repair, so you can go get the car fixed. Also, if you have an incident, we're using the website for incident reporting now. So if you go to the settings and schedule tab in the LMP3 GT4 series hierarchy at Discord, you will see a link about halfway up the page for WestCoastRacing.com. Uses this link for reporting penalties. Click that link. You're going to have to sign up for the website and register your iRacing account. That happens about every 15 minutes after that website cycles every 15 minutes. So right after the race, if you go ahead and sign up, it takes about 15 minutes for the website to process your registration, and then you can fill the form out. But just click the link, it'll take you to a form, fill that form out with your name, the name of the driver you're reporting, the lap number, the turn number, and a description of the incident. Those penalties will get sent off to the stewards. The stewards are going to turn around and look at them, vote on them, and then get it back out before the next race, and we'll deal with whatever incidents there may be. This week, I believe we have 2 penalties that need to be served tonight. Sorry, that is not the right penalties channel. Michael Lapa and Tyler Campbell, you guys go touch the drive-thru. You have to serve that drive-thru at some point after the completion of lap 2. So wait for lap 2 to start before you come in. If you hit one, if you dive into the pits at the end of lap 2, that is not after the end of lap 2, and it's technically not served correctly. So wait for the lap 3 to start, and then you can dive in anytime you want before the last lap. You have to serve the entire drive-thru. You can't, serve half of it, cross the line, and then come back after this time. So just keep that in mind. Submit an incident report at the end of the race to let us know that you've done that, and we'll get those processed and everything will be hunky-dory. Last couple of things. First, if you lose control of the car, if you get to snap oversteer, counter steer into it and try to correct it. But once you know the car is going around and you can't do anything about it, hold your brakes, especially here, because the walls are so close in so many places, so you're going to pinball around a little bit. So if you hold your brakes, you get the car stopped, better and more efficiently, and it's a little bit more predictable. If your car has survived your escapade, try your best to get the car pointed in the right direction, off track as best you can, and rejoin in a safe bit of clear air, parallel to the racing line as best possible. Don't just drive back on the line willy-nilly and cause a bigger accident. We look partially like that. After that, a couple odds and ends. One, we don't want there to be any ins and voice during qualifying the race. We just don't want that. We want to leave the ability for everybody to focus and have the voice channel be open for race control in case anything dumb happens. Similarly, under no circumstances in any way, shape, or form are you allowed to call out another driver negatively. We just don't put up with it. You're going to call somebody a moron for an incident. That's just ridiculous. Accidents happen. That's just something we're not going to put up with. Bare minimum, you'll get a warning. You get flagrant and colorful warnings. Penalties go up until we tell you just not to come back. So just keep that in mind. Just don't do it. If you can have a constructive conversation at the end of the race, you're more than welcome to. But just try your best and make sure everything's level-headed. Similarly, WCR was created as a learning league. We've kind of outgrown that mantra by size and by speed, but it's still that holds at the core of our values. There's going to be a lot of cars out here with different levels of comfort with the cars and the track and multi-class, and that's fine. It is your responsibility as a faster driver to not hit things you can see. We understand some things are so unpredictable you can't do anything about it, but for the most part, if you can see a car, don't drive into it. That will probably do you pretty well. And then I really think that's about it. I don't think I've missed anything too crazy, but I just hope everybody has a good race. We're going to get started qualifying here in about a minute and 15 seconds. So Everybody has any questions, fire them off, and if not, good luck out there, and see you in the race.
Pit entry in that group?
I saw that. I was wondering what that noise was. And he burned his motor.
I forgot I could turn off TC.
I have a question. When did everyone in West Coast become so handsome?
Yeah, I don't got a good answer for you.
Happy birthday, Garrett.
It's not.
Happy birthday.
Mike, it's not. Please. Please stop.
Wait, it's Garrett's birthday?
Guys, come on, no, please. It's not. Genuinely, it's not. Stop.
We're singing after the race.
Happy birthday, Garrett.
checker, right? Yep.
Pardon me.
One to go. Left side on the restart. The estimated strength of field is 3,283. All right, fellas. We got a little bit of a challenge ahead of us, but I think we've got a great race car, and I think you guys are going to do a really good job for us in the pits today. The road is closed.
God damn it, Lucas.
Statistically, there's probably somebody out there named Garrett that has a birthday today.
Yeah, fair enough.
Happy birthday, Gareth.
Feliz Navidad, Garrett.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody who stays after the race to sing Gareth a happy birthday gets 5
You ready to go,
extra
your
championship points.
We are gonna roll.
You mean we can't throw a competition caution to sing him happy birthday?
Gotta sing it behind the safety car now then.
You should be behind the 062. Slide back in your seat, buddy. Hold back on your steering wheel one more time. Get familiar with the surroundings there. All right, boss, you ready? Have a great day. Have fun. Green flag. Very slow on the left. Keep going.
Fueling up now should get us to the finish.
Keep an eye open. Stay right. On the left side. Clear. Right side. Still there. All good. is the fastest car on the racetrack. 32.465. How's a good lap, man?
The
How's a
follow
good line
button
you
is
had there?
lonely and needs your attention. Join our community and catch every epic stream.
We'll get you fixed up here.
Nah. It's this track. We'll go back to most exciting. Show it for the folks.
Go, hard, go. man. Leaders on pit road. Keep after him, man.
On the YouTube, hit that like button and show some love to the algorithm.
White flag lap, my man. checker, right? Yes, that's 4. All right. Pit crew is fucking awful. Friday was fucking awful. I mean, you know, it all starts on our part on Friday too, but so we'll get qualified better. We'll do what we can with the pit stops.
Happy birthday to